What's up, West Coast Fanatics fans, Milwaukee Bucks fans? Jake and I are here. We are going to react to Giannis's quotes today on why he signed his extension with Milwaukee even a year earlier than he could have and for more money. So we're going to listen to Giannis talk.
Long answer, but let me just keep it short. For me, uh, one of my I don't know disadvantages, I'll say, or yeah, that I'm very loyal. Even though you might hurt me or do something to me, I always try to forgive you and see the best in you. And when you were there for me in the beginning, I'm there for you for the rest of our lifetime. And for the Milwaukee Bucks organization, they've been there with me since the beginning. They changed my life. They changed my family life. My kids were born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's what the passport says. My mom is here enjoying her life. My dad spent a couple of years here before he passed away. My brothers went to school here in the private school that, before I came here, I wasn't able to afford in my lifetime. My kids are going to a private school. They've changed my life tremendously. I'm extremely happy. I know the in and outs of the city. The city shows me a lot of love. And also, whenever I go out there and have time with my family, they also give me space, which is crazy to me. When they see me on the street, they give me space. They respect me who I am as a person, what I've done for the city of Milwaukee, and for that, I can't turn my back. Not now, not in the future, not never. And I want to be committed. I want to give back to the city of Milwaukee. We won one championship, but I believe that we can win a second one. And I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna do what I always do. Try to have fun while playing the game. And I hope I can create what was out there, celebrating something that happened after 50 years. So for me, I cannot take that lightly. I hope that we can do that again.
All right, so I'll let
Long
you, if you
answer.
want to, give some initial thoughts, and then we can watch it again and pause it at certain points. Um, is there anything just off the top of your head, just about the entire thing?
So I'm gonna make this as clear cut as I can make this with just words. Everybody has that one best friend in life. And I do a podcast with mine. We talk about sports all day, every day. That's what we want to do. But my point being, we all have that one best friend that we cannot live without. And in terms of sports, Giannis is that best friend for every person in Wisconsin. He is loyal to us. The first thing that he said, right after the long answer, but short answer, he said, if you hurt me, I'd like to forgive you and see the good in you. Does that not, how does that not speak volumes to you, right? And then he said a couple other things, and I'm sure we'll pause there, but um, just, I cannot love this guy any more than I do. He gives back to the city. He obviously has a good heart, and people are going to be like, ooh, $62 million. Dude, all the stuff that this guy does, the value that he brings to this franchise, keeping the team in the state so the revenue can stay in the state, getting a new arena for the Bucks, bringing a championship to the Bucks after a 50-year drought. I mean, the guy is so good that we have now two top 75 all-time players in one league on one team because of him. So for me, I just want to say that, man, Giannis, thank you. I appreciate your work ethic. I appreciate the time you stay away from your kids that you talk about all the time, that you want people to be committed and give time away from their family like you do yours. So I appreciate that. And man, I am not going to mess up like I did when I was younger and not appreciate Aaron Rodgers enough. I'm going to appreciate every single moment with Giannis.
For me, it really boils down to it's impressive every time I see it, even though it's happened over and over and over again. Just how humble and genuine of a person he is.
Yeah.
And it's obviously, again, like you said, you can say, oh, it's easy to be humble for $62 million. But we've seen with arguably two of the franchise's biggest stars want to leave Milwaukee for a bigger market. This Giannis Antetokounmpo is choosing to stay here. So that's not lost on me. There's a couple spots, like Jake said. We can
But
pause
let me
and
just keep it
let him
short.
talk
For
again.
me, uh, one of my I don't know, disadvantages, I'll say, or yeah, that I'm very loyal. Even though you might hurt me or do something to me, I always like try to forgive you and see the best in you. And when you were there for me in the beginning, I'm there for you for the rest of our lifetime.
He's the
And
best
for
friend,
the
dude. He's
Milwaukee
the
Bucks
best friend.
organization, they've been there with me since the beginning. They changed my life. They changed my family life. My kids were born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's what the passport says. My mom is
He's
here
always got to
enjoying
crack a
her
joke,
life.
man.
My dad spent
Right.
a couple of years here before he passed away. My brothers went to school here in a private school that before I came here I wasn't able to afford in my lifetime. My kids are going to a private school. They've changed my life tremendously. I'm extremely happy. I know the in and outs of the city. The city shows me a lot of love. And also whenever I go out there and have time with my
Positive.
family, they also give me space, which is crazy to me. When they see me on the street, they give me space.
This is one of the parts that stands out to me as well. So go ahead.
So this is the thing that, man, me and you have talked about this a lot personally. New York Knicks monitoring the Giannis situation. Chicago Bulls monitoring the Giannis situation. Los Angeles Lakers. You get what I'm trying to say, right?
Yep.
These big giant markets that are monitoring the Giannis situation, he wants no part of the big city. I'm sorry. He doesn't. He is a foreign player. He grew up a different lifestyle just around his family. And for him saying they leave me alone, they give me my space when they see me out in public, do you think that's happening in Chicago, New York, LA, Miami? It ain't happening. I'm sorry. There's a different feel in this state. And, for all the ragging that we do on fans, there are a lot of really, really great fans in this state. And this is one thing that stands out to me. It stands out to maybe the best athlete to ever play in this state. So if it stands out to him, it stands out to me. And man, I love it. So he's never leaving.
And you said it the way you said it was there's great fans in this state. And what I'll say, there's great people in this
Yeah.
state.
Yeah.
And that's why I think we are so on the fans to be better represented on social media, to have a better representation of our fan base, is because it's how we are as people, as Wisconsinites specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And it obviously stands out to somebody like Giannis Antetokounmpo that we have good people here. So if it's like that in person, it should be like that on social media.
Mm-hmm.
So either that's not the person you are in real life, or you're just on social media to complain. But either way, it's really extremely important how we represent ourselves as Wisconsinites and Wisconsin sports fans.
Great.
We Jake and I, we really do think that that's an extremely important thing, is how we are representing ourselves.
They respect me who I am as a person, what I've done for the city of Milwaukee, and for that I can't turn my back. Not now, not in the future, not never. And I want to be committed. I want to give back to the city of Milwaukee.
Not ever. How many times we try to tell people he's not leaving?
Bro, he is a buck for life. Everybody talks about keeping it 100, keeping it a buck. Giannis keeps it a buck.
And I want to be committed. I want to give back to the city of Milwaukee. We won one championship, but I believe that we can win a second one. And I'm going to try my best. I'm going to do what I always do, try to have fun while playing the game. And I hope I can create another parade in the near future that 600,000 people, the whole Milwaukee, can be out there celebrating, no matter the color of your skin, white, black. Everybody was out there, celebrating something that happened after 50 years.
This is the end, just about the end, and this stands out to me as well because it's not an issue that we've really dealt with a lot with Wisco Fanatics. I shouldn't even say a lot. Like obviously we've had our discussions on comment sections and things like that, but we really haven't discussed racism at all on our show. Jake and I obviously strongly against it. We don't condone it, but one of the things that is beautiful about sports is that it's one of the most unifying things, where there's people of so many different backgrounds that can come together by being fans of the Milwaukee Bucks. At the end of the day, like, it doesn't matter. Giannis is talking about color of skin, but it goes so far beyond that. There's so many things that people can have different aspects in their backgrounds. But if you're a Bucks fan, we're on the same team.
Yep,
So the
for
unifying
82
ability
games
of sports is something that I love about it.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna piggyback off you real quick. I agree. For 82 games, this guy Paul, I don't know anything about Paul. I met Paul at a game, but me and Paul are best friends now, right? For 82 games, me and Paul have the same aspirations, championship, right? So I don't know anything about this guy, but if I go to a game and I'm sitting next to a random guy named Paul, we're best friends, right? And the same kind of goes for. I was actually having a conversation at work today about, going to Packers games, different kind of environments, right? You could feel the energy. And that's the thing about sports that I love, man, is the energy, in the stadiums. And, Giannis, he brings the energy, and he talked a little bit about having fun. And that's something that I appreciate about Giannis too, is hopefully we could see some more no looks with some shimmies. That's something that we love. I wanted to end this on a fun note. So hopefully we get more mean mugs. We get more flexing. The mean mugs for sure. Yeah, the mean mugs definitely. He talked about that actually, about how much, I think it was 2 years ago, where he wastes a lot of energy flexing, right? I don't care. It looks cool. So do all the
If I
flexing,
was
guys.
like insanely ripped like Giannis, I'd be flexing all the time.
Bro, for real. I would never have a shirt on.
So for me, I cannot take that lightly. I hope that we can do that again.
So I'll end it at this. He's the best. He really is the best.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was a great man that said it. He may or may not be on this panel, but that Giannis is the greatest, most humble superstar in all of sports. By all means, let us know your thoughts, and we will see you guys soon.